Hello everyone, this is Prem Sodhani coming up with the next round of our quiz session, and in this session we generally discuss some of the very important current affairs in terms of question and answers, right? So let's get started with this 21st December's current affairs. The first question is with reference to Indian desert cat. With reference to Indian desert cat, consider the following statement. It is found in Kazakhstan, Western India, China and Mongolia. This is the first statement. Second is, it is listed as vulnerable in the IUCN's red list of the species. This statement 1 is true, but this is not vulnerable. So answer would be 1 only. Let me tell you about this cat that looks like this one. This is the cat. This is generally found in the Kazakhstan, Western India, but recently it was spotted in Panna Tiger Reserve also. Panna Tiger Reserve of MP. Right? And when we talk about this IUCN's red list, so this is critically endangered. Then the next criteria is endangered, then vulnerable, then near threatened, and then least concerned, right? So these two are not in the vulnerable or endangered categories. This is vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered. So this is least concerned, means it is far away from the endangered ones, right? So this is about this cat, okay? So remember, this was recently sighted in Panna Tiger Reserve, and that is why this is in news. Generally it is found in these Kazakhstan, Western India, China and Mongolia, okay? Coming to the next question, that is, which of the following countries are part of India Central Asia Dialogue? This was recently held. These countries are also the part of Shanghai Cooperation. So these countries are Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan and Kyrgyzstan. So remember, this Asian Dialogue, Central Asian Dialogue was held, and under this initiative, this was discussed how the conditions of Afghanis, or the what type of the formation of Afghan government should be there. For example, that government should be people centric. Afghan government should be for their people, that should be in the best interest of their people. The second issue which was discussed, that how to prevent the human trafficking cases here, and other thing like terror and drugs issues were also discussed with these Central Asian countries, right? And how they are going to assist in these matters. This was all the discussion which was held under the Central Asian Dialogue. So remember, this Turkmenistan is not the part of SCO. Kazakhstan is also the part of SCO. This Kyrgyzstan is also the part of SCO. So the answer would be 1 and 3. Let me discuss here about the SCO organization. So you can see here the member of SCO are this China, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Russia. Later it was also joined by Pakistan and India, and the recent entry was of Iran. So it has 9 members. Remember, in 1996 when this was formed, it was known as Shanghai 5. That was Shanghai 5, and then it was Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan and Russia, along with this China. They have this organization that was Shanghai 5. Later it was joined by Uzbekistan, and then it termed as SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And in 2017 Pakistan and India also joined as a member, and now this was the recent entry of Iran, and after that there are total 9 members. Okay, so this is about SCO. Coming to the next question, that is, with reference to National Family Health Survey, consider the following statement. It is the world's largest household survey. And the second is, district level estimates for many important indicators were introduced from the 4th NFHS, right? So recently you would have read this one. This was the NFHS 5 which data was released, right? And this NFHS was first conducted in 1992 and 93, right? But it was only after the 4th NFHS survey when these union territories along with all the districts of the states were included under this survey, okay? So remember this one, after NFHS 4, we came up with this district level survey, and along with that UTs were also included after this NFHS 4. Okay, so this is the about this NFHS 4, and remember this is also world's largest household survey, where we include around 6.35 lakh houses, right, in this survey. So what is the aim of this survey? Any survey has two aims, and especially this has this aim, that is to prepare the data for better policy formulation. This is the one aim, and the second is to highlight the trends which are emerging in this sector, especially in health and family welfare sector. What are the new trends are there, especially in which pockets of the country these trends are emerging, what type of the new diseases are occurring. This is the aim of this data survey. Okay, so the first aim is to formulate a better policy so that we have the data support, and the second is to highlight the emerging trends in this policy, health and family welfare sector. Okay, so this was about this one. So this is true, this is also true, both one and two are correct one. So you have to identify incorrect, so no one is incorrect, so this is answer is neither 1 nor 2 is incorrect. Okay, coming to the next question, that is with reference to controlled aerial delivery system of 500 kg, that is short name is CADS 500. Consider the following statements. The first statement say it is used for precise delivery of payloads up to 500 kg at a predetermined location. The second says it uses Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, that is IRNSS, for the coordinates, altitude and heading sensors for the heading information during its flight, right? So this is not true. We are not using IRNSS data. We are actually using the data of this GPS, Global Positioning System satellite, right? So this is not true. Second statement is not true, but this is true. So what is this? This is a kind of a controlled aerial delivery mechanism, where we are using the parachute delivery, and we can actually transport 500 kg up to the 500 kg payloads from one location to the other locations. So this is made by DRDO. Okay, and what we are doing, we are using the coordinates with the help of this GPS, right, not IRNSS. So this is the one more important thing, that is RAM parachutes. RAM parachutes are being used in this one. So this is a kind of parachute delivery, and in this parachute there is some control mechanism, and this control mechanism works on the this coordinates with the help of this GPS. Okay, so this is about CADS 500. So remember, this 2 is not true, 1 is true, so this is 1 only. Okay, so coming to the next question, that is with reference to Agni Prime missile. Consider the following statement. It is a surface to air ballistic missile, and the second says this missile has a range capability between 1000 to 2000 km. This is true, but this is not a surface to air missile. Remember, this is a surface to surface missile. This is the one thing. Second is, it is a canister based delivery mechanism. It has, right, canister based delivery mechanism. So this canister based provides us quick and makes it mobile, so the duration of its launching becomes shorter because of this canister based delivery, right? And it has remember, it has a range of 1000 to 2000 km, and this is a ballistic missile, means its path would be some like in this way. So let me show you that missile in the picture. That is the missile. So this was recently tested by DRDO, and this is why it is in news. Okay, so this was all about today's quiz session. I hope you might have some better understanding about these topics. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you have any doubt, you can comment that in comment section, right? Thank you very much.
Current Affairs by Forum IAS is an all-in-one program that covers the dynamic aspect of the syllabus from both prelims and mains perspectives. Last year, we have helped more than 100 students crack IAS with our current affairs classes.